All right, today we're jumping into a survival guide that is raw, unfiltered, and just profoundly human. This isn't about fighting some heroic battle. Nope, it's about how you navigate one of life's wildest rides, one stop at a time. So let's get right into it.
So our source material is Prostate Cancer Express. And I want to be super clear about this. This is not some dry, stuffy medical textbook. Not at all. It's a real deal survival guide from a 7-year survivor, written for men with absolutely no BS. It's a raw, honest look into what the author calls the shit show of getting older and getting a diagnosis. And right there, that's the mission. That's what drives this whole thing. It's about being honest. It's about finding your people. And it's about figuring out a way to actually live your life, even when it feels like the whole world's been yanked out from under you. It's such a powerful, simple goal. To really get you to understand this journey, the author uses this incredible metaphor. See, a cancer diagnosis, it isn't just a thing that happens in a doctor's office. It's like you've been physically shoved onto a train you never, ever wanted to board, the Prostate Cancer Express. Think about that for a second. That quote just captures the pure shock of it all, doesn't it? There's no warning. There's no choice. 1 minute, you're just standing on the platform of your completely normal life, and the very next, the doors slam shut, and you are rocketing toward a destination you never, ever chose. Yeah, the author calls this your golden ticket. But, this isn't a fun trip to a chocolate factory. This is a one-way, involuntary summons from deep inside your own body. It's a ticket that never expires, and it starts a journey that, like it or not, you now have to figure out how to navigate. So that really brings us to the million-dollar question. You're on this terrifying train ride, but why? How is it possible that this one tiny walnut-sized gland has the power to just completely derail your entire life? Well, to make sense of it, we get introduced to a character, Mr. Wally Walnut. When he's healthy, Wally's got 3 pretty simple jobs. He makes fluid for sperm, he protects the sperm, and he helps with ejaculation. Simple enough. But when his cells go rogue, like you see on the right there, he becomes the epicenter of a massive, system-wide failure. And here's the crucial part. It's not just about a disease. It's about something much more fundamental, something the author bluntly calls the design flaw. The male body is basically built around, well, a biological clusterfuck. There's really no other word for it. And this analogy it brilliantly paints the picture of the chaos down there. It's like you took all the major train lines in a massive city and routed every single one of them through one tiny old station that is going to have problems as it ages. Everything is just jammed together, basically setting you up for a spectacular pileup. And just look at what this one little gland controls. Wally Walnut is ground zero for everything that is absolutely core to a man's identity. Pissing, erections, ejaculation, fertility, continence. You get one breakdown in this one spot, and it has the power to shut down everything. So when your physical self gets attacked in such a fundamental way, it's no surprise that it kicks off this profound identity crisis. The question stops being, am I sick? And it turns into something much deeper. Who am I anymore? It is a total system shock that can leave you feeling completely shattered. And this right here brings us to the most critical turning point in the whole book. In the middle of this crisis, you realize you have a choice. You can be a passenger, just following orders, reacting, getting dragged along for the ride, or you can decide to become the conductor, the one who grabs the map, builds the plan, and takes control of the engine. That big shift from passenger to conductor, it happens right here, in what the author calls the executive dining car. This is that surreal moment when all the treatment options are laid out in front of you, like a menu. And believe me, every single option comes with a heavy, heavy price. But that simple act of ordering, of making a choice, that is your first real move to take back your power. So how do you actually survive this ride? The book gives you this really simple but powerful toolkit. Step 1, you weaponize raw, dark humor. Step 2, you find your tribe because there is no way you can do this alone. And step 3, you adopt a new philosophy for living, called Daily Forward. And this is exactly what that raw humor looks like. This is a real quote from a guy in a support group. Yeah, it's gallows humor, for sure, but it's also an act of defiance. It's about finding a way to laugh right in the face of all the fear and the pain, and suddenly realizing you're not the only one who feels this way. Which leads perfectly to that second tool, because as the book says,
Community heals, isolation kills. It's that simple. In those support groups, hearing another man say, "Me too," man, it's like magic. It just pulls you right out of the darkness and reminds you that you're not going crazy. You're just being human.
And that brings us to the final piece, the core philosophy, daily forward. It's a beautifully simple, totally actionable mission for survival. It's all about letting go of the terrifying unknown future and letting go of the past you feel like you've lost and just focusing all your energy on getting through today. That's it. That's the whole mantra. Daily forward. It's about just putting one foot in front of the other. It's about making a conscious choice to live right here in this moment. That is how you start to reclaim your life from the diagnosis. Because in the end, that's the powerful message at the heart of this whole survival guide. Yeah, the disease may have bought you the ticket and forced you onto the train, but it does not get to stay in control. You are driving the engine now. You are the conductor. And that really leaves us with one final thought, one that goes way beyond any medical diagnoses. In all of life's unexpected, chaotic, completely derailing journeys, all those times you get handed a ticket you never asked for, the question is always the same. Who is driving your engine?